Asking me if I'm excited about Cyberpunk 2077 is like asking if this jacket is reversible. And the answer is yes.
We've just watched the very first Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire, and some of us were even lucky enough to go hands-on with the game earlier in the week. It goes without saying that we are all incredibly excited, but here are the specific things that people are looking forward to from CD Projekt Red's next epic.
I think the thing that most impresses me about Cyberpunk 2077 is just how kind of alive the world is and the freedom you have to explore it. But a lot of sort of recent open world games, you get the impression that it's kind of just actors hanging around waiting to perform in front of you. With this, every kind of square inch is packed full of some kind of detail. There's people talking, there's things happening, fights break out, and it feels like it's all happening whether you're there or not. When I was playing, there was a moment where I got into a car to chat to a man and a fight broke out outside the car and I wanted to see what was going on. So yeah, it's just every inch of it is alive and full of things going on in a way that I haven't seen in a game for a very long time.
Am I a little bit worried about the vast expanse of the city and all of the storylines and side quests and everything? Yes, but that's just the way that I play games. I get a real sense of FOMO of missing out on some things, and if someone comes to me and says, "Oh, did you see this? It was part of the Nomad mission, but I've chosen a different backstory," I'm going to be pretty sad. I guess it means I'm going to have to play the game 3 times, which, by the looks of things, isn't going to be a bad thing.
I'm super excited about all of Cyberpunk 2077. But I think I'm most excited about exploring Night City. It just feels like it's got such a rich lore behind it, thanks to the game that came before and all the kind of work that went into constructing that, so that it really feels like CD Projekt Red have so much to play with. There's, you know, the mob history, there's the different factions. Every time I see like a clip from the game, I just want to be exploring those side streets, going into those shops, seeing what they sell, finding out what upgrades I can get. I'm not saying it's my attraction to the city has anything to do with the fact that I've been inside this apartment now for over 100 days, but definitely the chance to explore a rich new world is just fascinating. It was one of the things that made Witcher so special, and Witcher was obviously dealing with, you know, small villages mostly and rural towns and kind of big open woods, whereas a city is so much more condensed, and I can't wait to see what the guys do with it.
What I'm most excited about when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077 is, to be honest, the graphics. But really what that means for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X in the way that games are going to look and feel as we go forward. If we go back to, say, like the beginning of the PlayStation 4 time, we had things like Knack, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the best of the Assassin's Creeds, and Killzone Shadowfall. If you compare those kind of games to, say, The Last of Us Part 2, there's a massive leap there just on that one generation. And if Cyberpunk 2077 is our starting point for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, then I can't wait to see what we're going to get 2, 3, 4 years down the line once everyone has had a great chance to play with this technology. It's really, really exciting.
I'm the sort of person who spends literal hours customizing my character, so the character customization side of things is blowing my mind. It looks like they're taking things to the next level. There's the obvious stuff like hair, eye colour, jawline, body shape, voice, but there's also nipple size, there's genitalia, you can have a penis, you can have a vagina, you can be smooth as the bonnet of a Porsche, you get to pick your penis size. The Witcher 3 is one of my all-time favourite games, but it is good to see that CD Projekt Red has learned from one of the only mistakes from that game, which is that they didn't let you personalise Geralt's nipple size. You can also personalise your backstory, which feels like an homage to the pen and paper origins of the game. You can also have tattoos, you can pick things that have happened to you in your past. It sounds like a massive step forward, and I am 100% here for it.
I think the most exciting thing about Cyberpunk 2077 is the ability to really be yourself. CD Projekt Red has taken everything it did with The Witcher 3 and dialed it up to 11, to use a cliched phrase. But from the character creation to the dialogue options to the fact that you're choosing one of 3 backstories that has a complete butterfly ripple effect through the entire game is astonishing. I cannot wait to hear what people did or didn't discover on their playthrough, what backstory they chose, how they interacted with V, and and the decisions that you make according to what you think your V would do. There are whole sections of the game that you're probably not going to see depending on what choices you've made for V. I don't think anyone is going to have exactly the same experience of this game when it comes out in November. It's going to be completely tailored to what you think your V would do or say, or how she or he would behave, or how they would behave. And that creativity and freedom and ability to really be yourself is super exciting, and I cannot wait to get into Night City.